Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome to Crusader Kings 3. It is finally releasing as of today and I am so very excited to get into the game. I think this looks like a very promising sequel to Crusader Kings 2. It's actually a little bit easier to get into, I think, than CK2 was, and it has a lot of potential to grow a lot over the next few years. So I'm happy about this. I'm very excited to get into the game. I expect this to be a very good staple for the channel going forward. Now, for our first ever series, I'm going to go straight after an achievement, and specifically, I'm going to be playing as Álmos Árpád, the King of the Magyar Confederation. Now, our goal in this Iron Man campaign will be to form the Kingdom of Hungary and to convert to Christianity. So this is going to be our character here. When the 7 Hungarian tribes united to elect a supreme leader, their votes fell on brave Álmos. One day his son Árpád will pick up the mantle, but only if the Hungarians can keep their independence. Danger looms on the eastern horizon. Terrifying. Let's enable Iron Man and get started. And here we are. Let's take a look at this beautiful map, by the way. You can see there are a lot of people you can play. Lots of fun nations all over the world right now. So the map is huge. And also, I just gotta say, it's beautiful and is really smooth just zooming in like this. It actually reminds me a bit of what they did with Imperator, and I'm very glad they decided to steal that feature. Fantastic choice. So let's take a look at our character. We are pretty good at martial to start us off. We are ambitious, which is a very good trait, but also makes it more likely I'm going to gain stress, so you gotta be careful of that. I am gregarious, which is very good for diplomacy, and also is a virtuous trait specific to our religion. Different religions value different traits, and if you have these values, you gain extra piety. If you have things they do not value, sins, you lose piety, so be careful of that. But every religion's a little bit different. We are just, very good trait. We are calm, very good trait. I like all of this. We are also a brilliant strategist, which means I want to go to war a lot early on, and we are an organizer. Movement speed and retreat losses reduced. Movement speed's nice, and we are an overseer. This is a lifestyle trait, which means we are starting with a fully completed lifestyle talent system. That's cool. Let's take a look at that. First off, though, I already know that the overseer trait has to do with dread and control. So dread is a new mechanic that was introduced in Crusader Kings 3. It has to do with how much your subjects respect and fear you. And if you have very high dread, you can get people to stay out of factions and also agree to your demands, even though they have a low opinion of you. They're just so scared. So this is very good to have. I don't see any downside to having high dread so far, so you always want this up there. Also, control is a new mechanic for counties. If you look down here, we have very good control in our top holding here, which is no surprise. This has to do with how well you've subjugated the province and if you rule it with an iron fist. High control is necessary to avoid rebels and also to increase, I think, your tax and your levy. I think. Reduced by 10% due to low county control. I have absolute control. What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's how that's going to end up working. So let's take a look at the lifestyle. Now, there are 5 lifestyles to choose from, just like in CK2, but the way they're executed is completely different. You can see we have talent trees based on what you want to do and how you want to build your character. Some of these traits are very, very strong. We are starting in the martial focus with a completed overseer trait tree here, which gives me extra natural dread, so a baseline that'll tick up to, and control growth modifier. We are better at defending in our territory. We have extra control and a county progress. Higher fort level, and also enemy occupations don't lower our control. Dread gains faster. Siege progress against revolts is good. Vassals are less likely to join a military faction. Army maintenance goes down, and we have more levy reinforcement, mercenary higher cost, and absolute control. Now, this is a special ability. Now, what if I don't know what this means? Well, the UI for CK3 has been greatly increased. I'm going to middle-click, and then hover over here, and you can see absolute control is a special state of control by this perk. If we have 100 control, we get extra taxes and levies. Very, very strong. Let's suppose I middle-click on this, and then go up here and say I want to look at perks, and then I want to look at lifestyles. And then I want to look at experience, etc. So the UI has been greatly improved. It's amazing. And then, yeah, we have Overseer giving us the extra martial, stewardship, and control growth factors. So we gain control of territory quickly. We also have a perk in the strategist tree, Casus Belli cost reduction, or belly. That could be good. Saves me some money and some prestige. I like that. Also, some of these are pretty good too. We may want to go for, let's say, a strategy focus just to get some raw martial, or we could go for authority to get dread faster and more control. I think I will take this to stack up some good modifiers. This seems solid. And we're going to be gaining experience in this lifestyle every month. Once we get to 1,000, we get a new perk. All right, beautiful. Let's take a look at our religion here. So we're Magyar culture. Actually, this is our culture. There it is, Taltosism. So we have ancestor worship, astrology, and auspicious birthright. Makes miracle worker a virtue. Okay. Our sins are deceitful, craven, and shy. So never be a coward and never lie. Virtue is honest, brave, and gregarious, and miracle worker. Any of these will get you extra piety. We have a male-dominated faith. We're pluralist. We're theocratic. Lots of different things to be said over here. We shun same-sex relations. Adultery is criminal in general. Witchcraft is accepted. Now that's fun. Okay. Huh. And we can see what our holy sites are as a Taltosist religion. They're all over here, and we're probably not going to be able to get them. But we are going to convert to Catholicism, so it doesn't matter too much. And then if you look at our culture down over here, we can actually see the new tech version of way we do technology in the game. Innovations are a new thing. We start off with onager, mustering grounds, quilted armor, and banners, which gives us a bunch of different perks. Right now, we are the cultural head, and we are fascinated by something called ledgers. If discovered, we can increase our domain limit. It will take us 58 years. Now, we can decide what we are fascinated by. For example, what if we want barracks instead? I can click on this, and instead, we are going to start gaining this a little bit faster now, because the cultural head, the strongest member of the culture, which is us, has decided so. So that's nice. Alternatively, I mean, we could go for fortifications and stuff. Ledger doesn't seem that bad. Casus Belli, yeah. De jure, Casus Belli, we don't even have this yet. Currency, development growth goes up. Tribal era economic buildings could be nice. We already have special fortified tribal holds. City planning, gavelkind. We need to learn how to do things like gavelkind, just to manage successions in the future. We also have a special cultural and regional innovation called compound bows, which gives us horse archers, and they're very good. Very, very, very good. I actually think we want to focus on gavelkind, because I want to change up my succession laws. So on top of this, though, I control the cultural head, but our culture itself also is fascinated by something. In this case, it's public works. So that's a thing. We could actually double up on this and get it fast, but I'm going to go for the gavelkind. Okay, cool. So that's how tech is going to work. Now, let's see. We can take a concubine. Let's do that. Few different women who would be okay. I think you probably would be the better choice, so we'll take you on as my concubine to have a better chance of getting more children. We can take another concubine. I guess we'll go ahead and do it. More women. Thank you. We can declare some wars. We can go raiding. That would be fun. We can also cross the Carpathians, or Carpathians. This is a special decision that only this character is going to get. So let's take a look at this. Maybe not this character, but just this type of confederation. So, what we can do is spend 1,000 of our prestige. Competing tribes on the steppe, especially the marauding Pechenig warbands that litter our territory, are making life increasingly difficult. Across the Carpathians, however, lie the fertile wooded valleys and rolling plains of weak Pannonia. We would gain a single-use, special casus belli. This will let us declare one time this entire campaign to conquer all territories held by a target within Pannonia, which is the Hungarian kingdom de jure title. On victory, all of our realm will move to Pannonia, all counties and vassals, displacing their counties, and then those counties will fall under control of some other random local warlords. So this is an actual mass migration event, which is kind of interesting. We would likely want to use it against Bulgaria, who has most of the territory in Pannonia. We may want to weaken him before we do anything too crazy there. But yeah, owning all that territory would likely let me set the kingdom title, and then I can go and do some de jure conquests on the rest, become the king of Hungary. Then we just need to convert to Catholicism, and we're going to get the achievement. Now, to do this, I'm probably going to need more troops. So let's see. Bulgaria is pretty strong. He's also a very, very good martial character. I'm not quite that strong. Not at all. So let's go to our council. My wife is pretty good with chivalry and military skills, so we'll use her to get some more troops. We have a pretty terrible court chaplain. Let us... no one else here is worth recruiting, though. This is already the best we can do. All right, fine. How about our chieftain for our chancellor? Nobody better. How about our steward? Nobody better. How about our marshal? It's the best we can get. And for our spy master, we've already got the best council we can get right now. All right. Never mind. Let's just enjoy the extra piety. Let's focus on domestic affairs to get extra opinion with vassals. I'm going to try to raise some taxes, more levy, and we'll also try to disrupt any hostile schemes against us. Alright, seems good enough for me. Let's give a second for the game to calculate. Now we are a higher level of fame. Fame is a new mechanic in the game. If you get enough levels of prestige, you can get levels of fame, which gets you different perks. In my case, I can have extra knights and secular opinion. Higher levels of fame also unlock like different types of Casus Belli and stuff, so it's worth getting very, very high if you can. Now, apparently we can go raiding, and I like that idea. Alternatively, we could try to go and conquer somebody, and try to get some extra vassal levy that we can use against our neighbors and bully them a little bit, which isn't a bad idea per se. If I were to, let's say, fight against you, I have a lot more troops than you. I have 500 more than you. I can actually probably go to our military and hire a men-at-arms regiment. We can spend some prestige to get some horse archers. I would love to get some of these. They're very good in the steppes. So let's do that. Can I actually get a couple of them? Yeah, we can. Could I also get some onagers? That would let me get better siege progress. They're not good in combat, but they are good at sieging down forts a lot faster. We could do this. This sacks a lot of prestige, but it gets me some much-needed troops. And I think that's ultimately going to be worth it. So we'll do that. I will also get, let's see, let's get some light footmen. They're pretty decent, and they're very cheap. We can get a lot of extra troops this way. I will get some bowmen. And I think that might be all that I want. We are now sacking a lot of prestige because I have too many of these men-at-arms regiments. But it's going to help me to win some of my early fighting, so that's fine. In the meantime, though, let's raise my armies. And it's going to take me a few days to raise all the troops together, but now we have them. I'm going to toggle raiding, and let's go steal some money from these guys. And what I'm also doing is sieging down their top holdings so they're weaker, and that will make it easier for me to win in a war against them. Right? So let's go do this. And I imagine he'll raise up some troops to try and fight me. No, he will not. Okay. Now, raiding has been changed. In order to gain any benefit from raiding, you have to wait until the entire looting bar is complete. So it's going to take me a few days to do this. If we left early, we would not get any money. If the enemy were to stop me while I were raiding and kill my troops, they would get the loot. So let's also be aware that it's very worthwhile defending against raiders now, whereas it wasn't too much before. Alright, we stole all of your loot and caused some devastation. You also lose a bit of control. I can do the same sort of thing down over here. And we'll go ahead and do that and just steal some money and also reduce your potential levy in this area. There we go. Now we're going to go back home. We're going to disband the troops. And stand them down. Okay. And, oh, we can raise all raiders. Oh, raise our armies and they automatically will do this. Well, that's kind of nice. So we're going to give ourselves a second to get some of our troops back together. We're getting our levy. He is now heading north to go and fight somebody, maybe raid. So this is very likely to be a good time for me to go and fight him soon, try to take him over. I want him as a vassal. I want to subjugate. So that's what we're going to do. We could also try to get some more champions. Having lots of knights is fantastic because they are very good at killing enemy levies. Like, no problem at all. It's amazing stuff. So if I want to invite another champion, that wouldn't be a bad idea. It will cost me some prestige to do that, though, so I think I'll hold off. I do want to get this, but we'll hold off for a little bit longer. We could also divine the stars. If I do this, it doesn't cost me anything. Oh, well, then we should do this. We'll discover a cosmic insight in the near future. Okay, let's have some fun with some divine insight. That sounds cool. I have spent many nights looking up in the night sky, tracking the movements of the celestial bodies. And by the way, I think the reason we can do this is because our religion has astrology as a perk. Over time, I noticed a pattern, and after days of analysis, I'm now confident the signs are clear. Hard work will lead me to fortune. I gain dedicated worker for 10 years, which gets me extra stewardship, but lower intrigue, and I would get some lifestyle experience in the stewardship. Okay, I mean, hey, sure, I'll take it. Why not? That seems okay. All right, so he's left. My wife is, my concubine, sorry, is pregnant. Okay. Let us declare a war against these guys and see if we can indeed subjugate him while his troops are off somewhere else. We can only do subjugate once per lifetime, but he's inferior to me. I will gain, I think, a lot of prestige once I succeed. It's going to cost me some up front. But then, if he's my vassal, we can call him into other wars and we can bully our neighbors. So this is what we're going to do. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that now. And we are going to raise up all of our armies. I assume this includes my men-at-arms, by the way. I assume. We can increase its size. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we have a good number of troops, so let's take these guys and immediately go for their top holding and see if we can siege that down extra fast. I want to take this guy as a vassal while he's distracted. This is a perfect opportunity for me. He's still sitting up here for some reason, far away, and he can't fight me even if he wants to. So we're going to try for this. Only a few months left. Where'd you get these extra troops? The Free Company. He just got some mercenaries. Okay, so now he has enough troops to be a threat to me. I could try going for my own mercenaries, but it's a little on the expensive side. I don't even know how you have that much money. Maybe he has like a special ability as his culture or his religion? I'm not sure. If I can just take a couple of sieges, though, I think he will fall apart. And he's actually fighting somebody else right now, which is awesome. We are teaching the young. Our daughter of somebody else could learn a lot if we were to educate the child. Okay, we also gain a weak hook on one of our chieftains. So, hooks are basically blackmail in the game. If you have a hook on somebody or a secret or something like that, you can force them to do things using hooks, especially if they're very strong. Modify their contract, maybe exploit them for money, those kinds of things. So we're going to siege down this top holding real quick. And then we're going to try to intercept this army before he can join them up. Actually, nope, he's retreating. Okay, that's fine, but can I catch you? The answer appears to be yes. I'm going to try to catch this guy before he can join his armies up. My daughter has been born. We're going to name her Hajnal. Sure. So, in battle, numbers matters a lot. Having really good men-at-arms matters. It actually looks like my horse archers and bowmen counter his light footmen, so we do extra damage to his men-at-arms. And we have a commander advantage of 30 over his 20, which means I'll just do more damage. And I have more knights. So everything is going for me here. We shouldn't take too many losses and we'll get to kill him. One of my champions, however, got wounded, which is a problem. And another one of our champions got slain. So that's unfortunate. He also sent more troops after me, but I'm just going to crush all of them too. Okay, that's 80% war score. If I were to siege down another holding, I think that might be all we need. So just a few more months, and maybe we can get this guy as one of our vassals. And then we'll try to use him against Bulgaria in the future. Who, by the way, is getting stronger and stronger as time goes on. That's a little scary at the moment. What's going on here in Bulgaria? This is a different color. I don't know what's happening over here, actually. It's a good question. Duchy of Visegrad. I don't know who you are. Maybe it's highlighting something I would be able to take? I don't know. Could be. Well, either way, let's just siege this down and enjoy a little bit of the extra prestige and loot and such. We are taking some attrition. Also note that when we have levies raised, we have to pay for them. There's costs as far as like just maintaining. Also, my men-at-arms are going to cost me some prestige. So that's all a thing. All right. He's got his numbers coming back after me, but if we can hold out a little bit longer, we've got him. He's not coming after me. He's going for my capital. That's 98% war score. Don't we have a bonus right now as a lifestyle perk? I think we do. Yeah, we have defender advantages, so we should be able to win a fight a one-on-one if he goes after my capital. And if I can win this fight, that's going to get me the last war score I need. So he's going right on out of there. Boom, boom, bada, boom. That's 100%. I am going to enforce my demands upon you. And you are going to become my vassal. We gain 350 fame as a result, so do all of our allies. And he's probably going to hate me. Yeah, he absolutely hates me. But it's fine, I'm sure. He still has 1,000 men he can contribute to wars, so I mean... Alright, I needed a vassal. There we go. Alright, so our realm has grown a fair little bit. Cool, let's go ahead and dismiss some of these victory reminders. We can now disband our troops. Let's do that. Okay. So that's all done. Now, I'm going to go ahead and spend the 1,000 prestige and try to cross, and let's just see what this does. Life on the steppe can be harsh at the best of times. Recently, though, it has grown even harsher, with many other jealous nomad tribes seeking to persecute us for our success. Pechenegs, Khazars, and more travel from far abroad to harass our confederation. In centuries past, whole peoples left this life for the fertile fields and weak kingdoms of Europe. Today I have decided to emulate the success of those nomads of old and carve out a new home for the Magyars in distant Pannonia, uprooting my entire realm in the process. Soon we shall cross the Carpathians as one and open a new chapter for our people. Alright, we can use this once. My question, can I use it on the holder of whoever is currently in this kingdom? First off, yeah, the Kingdom of Pannonia has not been created. So, who owns this duchy? The king himself owns this duchy. Okay, so if I want to declare war on you and do a migrate war, they are vastly superior and they have an ally. That ally is Dalmatia, right down over here. Okay, so fighting them is not an option right now. We are not strong enough. Still, good to know. The migration may be attempted once per campaign by anyone at all. Alright, so what we may want to do is raid this guy to all heck until he is weak and has lost a lot of levy. And then maybe we can actually weaken him up for a conquest. Maybe. Alternatively, it might also be worth trying to go for some more conquests. Unfortunately, to conquer, we're going to have to get rid of some of our prestige. So I'm currently lacking in prestige, and my only real option is to raise up some troops for raiding. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Let's raise up a few troops. And they're already set to raid, so let's go find, I don't know, a little holding over here in the tribes, and let's take their money. Actually, hold the phone. These guys are raiding me, and I don't appreciate it. Let's go kill them. Okay, we're going to destroy your army. There we go. And I'm going to just go ahead and return the favor and come right back after you. Let's go and stake his stuff instead. There we go. I don't like this guy being as strong as he is, all right? We're actually gaining some prestige per month all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm glad that it is. Promoting culture is a thing we could do with some of our vassals' counties. I'm not worried about it. We could also try to convert them to our faith. We plan on converting to Catholicism later, so I don't think that matters too much more, but all right. Everything else here I think looks kind of okay as is. Do we have any, like, prisoners or anything? No, we didn't get any prisoners to ransom, which is a little unfortunate, but all right. We did get a new martial perk. Let's go ahead and look at that. So, siege weapon effectiveness is good if I have onagers. I did not get any, so that's not going to make a big difference. So we can ignore that for now. Movement speed could be nice. Archer, screen, spearmen, skirmishers, or make our cavalry better. What defines a skirmisher? I think horse archers are considered to be a skirmisher, so giving them 20% more damage is great. Let's go for Parthian tactics. That just should make us better in general, right? So have we already raided this? Why are we not raiding this? I don't know. We stopped raiding for some reason. Let's go back into my land. We are set to raid. Can we go raiding over here then? I want money. Our neighbor won a war against my vassal. I think he may have taken some land or something? Maybe. Either that or my vassal screwed up royally and messed something up. You're a very good diplomat, so even though you hate me, it actually would be worthwhile making you into my chancellor. This guy would make for pretty much nothing good. We could still make him a spy master. Ugh. What if I made you into my chief, chaplain? No, not my son, Aaron Steward. What about my chancellor? My chancellor can't. I can afford to upset one chieftain. It's not a big deal, and I really need to make this guy like me. So we're going to do this. We're going to fire the other guy, and he's going to get real peeved. Your opinion goes up, and now we're going to sway you. And there's a good chance every few months we can improve their opinion of me, and I need him to like me so that he actually is beneficial and contributes properly in a war. And by the way, he's actually got a lot of troops now. So that's fantastic. We are raiding over here now. That's good. Okay, we got some money. Cool. Let's go up over here. We'll do the same thing with these guys, see if we can raid them. I'm going to weaken him up so I can do like a quick conquest war and take one of his counties, and we'll get another vassal that way. Fire and Blood, the settlement of Terrible, an important stronghold in Greater Terrible, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of huge tracts of land, and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures to choose from. Give me more money and prestige? Yes, please. Or we can get some piety. Nope, I'll take the prestige because that means I can go to war against you. So, let's go ahead and pull back over here. So we are getting a fair bit of money. I can invest this money and try to get some improvements in my holdings. Now, improvements in my counties and duchies has changed as well. You can see down here that there are building slots you have to choose from. We could get palisades, which is okay. It does get me some levy as well as some more garrison and fort level. Also, my spearmen and archers will do more damage. Okay. War camps, we can get more knights and more levies. Also, it makes my skirmishers do more damage. Knights are better. That's nice. Gathering halls. Control goes up, prestige grows up, and I get more levy. Or markets for money. I kind of want markets, because I think getting lots of money is very important. You can see we can only upgrade this once, by the way. But, once we become, like, no longer tribal, there are lots of upgrades you can do. So, I've never tried upgrading a tribe into a, let's actually go right here. No, right here's fine. I've never tried upgrading a tribe into a feudal society in CK3. So, you know, don't be surprised if I have no idea what I'm doing. More fire and blood. Yes, give me more prestige and money. Yes. All right, our neighbor won. King Boris, Bulgaria, won a war against somebody. Okay. Scary. Are you fighting somebody else right now? You might be. Let's pull our troops back for a minute. Just get them back out of here. And we are going to disband and stop looting for a little bit. Let's give my levy a chance to kind of regenerate, because I need some troops. And we do deliver some more loot. Thank you kindly. What else do I own as my own holding? I own this. So we could do another bonus here. Now, actually, now that I think about it, wait a minute. We shouldn't build anything. Cancel this. I think I get some of my money back. If we're going to actually uproot and move to Hungary, why upgrade this territory? Yeah, that makes sense. We shouldn't do that. People are raiding, blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, no, this is saying we raided other people and they're angry. Okay, that's fine. So I want to fight you. And you would be a very easy war. I have a quick conquest available. And it's not that I really want to take much land here because I know I'm going to lose a lot of it anyway. But what I want to do is create more vassals who can get me more levies so I can actually outrace Bulgaria and eventually beat them. So let's go ahead and raise up our armies, gather all the men. And I think all we're going to have to do is siege down the top holding and we can win this. All right. Did you get called in automatically? I can offer to join a war. You have a peasant uprising. It would make you very happy if I were to do this. You know what? You're not in position. I'm going to offer to join your war. You will accept. I'm going to kill these peasants real quick. They're very weak. There we go. We got a hostage. Okay, the peasant faction has been disbanded, and he's going to like me a lot as a result. Cool. Let's see if he can engage another fight right here, and then we're going to come over here. So you're going to get absolutely wrecked. No problem. Our champion maimed one of theirs. And I also just gained a level of devotion, which works just like famed. I am now faithful, which gets me some extra clergy opinion. Okay. He's been swayed. You can see here his opinion has gone up, so now he doesn't hate me that much. He's got a lot of troops. If he ever wanted to join a faction against me, we would have a problem. Fortunately, I don't think he's going to join a faction, but he's strong. He's very strong. I want him to help me against Bulgaria. No problem at all. All right, we captured a bunch of different people. Let's see if I can ransom some folks, because I wouldn't mind getting some money. We can ransom you. We get a hook on a peasant. He's an irrational adventurer. Well, that doesn't matter. What if I executed you? I would gain stress. Now, if you haven't seen the stress mechanic, stress basically means that if you do actions that counter your character's traits, you become stressed out. It kind of forces you to play a little bit more, it forces you to play a little bit more roleplay than you would have had before, so that's fun. We could recruit this guy. Are you good at anything? You're not a bad, like, commander and stuff. What if we demanded your conversion and also recruit you into our court? Sure, we'll do that. Hello, in house arrest. I'm going to demand your conversion. I'm going to recruit you too. No, you suck. I don't want to recruit you. Forget that. We can gain a weak hook on you. How's that? Or we can just hold on to you because I don't care. Never mind, that doesn't matter. We didn't be ending up this video, I'm aware, but still. Watch your step, you're in my realm now. Chiefdom games smuggling ring for 5 years. That's not great. I have a bad steward, apparently. Come on, let's just grab this real quick. It's only going to take me about 3 months. If I had some onagers, we can improve this a bit. Right now, the default is 1.1 per day. We can increase it to like 1.4, which is going to end up being like a 20% increase or something. So having onagers is quite good. All right, that's a 100% deal. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. I'm going to take this territory. Thank you kindly. That is not the province I thought I was going to take. I got the wrong thing. Okay. Also, we got rid of smuggling ring. Thank you. Cool. All right. So that's going to be a good place to end for this video. We've done some conquests. I got a vassal. We're starting to get stronger. I've right now got up to 2,500 levy and some men at arms. Not quite strong enough to beat Bulgaria, but we're very close. If we can beat him and take over all of Hungary, we'll be making a very good step forward toward the formation of Hungary and getting our achievements. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed and are looking forward to this Crusader Kings 3 run. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.